Hey guys, it's Ashley, and this is gonna be my recap and review of Scream Queens Season 1 Episode 6 called 7 Minutes in Hell. I didn't do a reaction video for this because I wasn't really feeling well and up to filming a reaction video. I was literally laying down in bed watching it. So if you want updates on my videos and such, you should follow me on my Twitter, which is at @ashharmony, because I sometimes get comments and messages, why didn't you do this video, or why didn't you film a review instead of a reaction, or vice versa. And I do post about when I'm filming stuff and what I can't or can film on my Twitter, so if you want updates on my videos, I suggest you follow me on there. So it first starts off with the candle vlogger girl, Jennifer, counting the votes for president of Kappa, and it's a tie between Zayday and Chanel. So they're kind of like co-presidents, but Chanel doesn't like the idea at first. Towards the end of the episode, they kind of worked as a team, and I'll get to that later on, but I really liked Chanel in this episode. Like, I feel like she wasn't as harsh as she usually is. The guy with the 2 arms sawed off died. The Red Devil killed him. The Dicky Dollar Scholars broke in. Well, they climbed on a ladder and broke Chanel's window to get in to the sorority house, because Kappa was having a sleepover, like a slumber party, and so Dicky Dollar Scholars wanted to go there. And while the last guy, which is the guy with his arms sawed off, was climbing the ladder, which, how was he climbing that ladder in the first place without arms? But he was too slow, and the Red Devil threw him off the ladder and chainsawed his head off. And that was pretty sad and brutal. And I found it really suspicious that Chad didn't really seem too concerned about him. He was like, when everyone else was like, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? Like when they were already up there, up in Chanel's room, he was like, oh, we're just gonna watch and wait. Or he said something along those lines. I thought that was kind of suspicious. I mean, we all know that his friend Boone is in on it, so I wonder if Chad knows something. Speaking of Chad, him and Chanel want to make things official. This couple makes me laugh so hard, because they're like dating and then not dating, and then Chad's like sleeping around with like everyone, including the staff, like the dean and Denise Hemphill. Dude's like, he just sleeps around with everyone. So Chanel tells him that she wants to go more serious into their relationship, and it means that he won't sleep with anyone else but her. At first he kind of has a hard time agreeing to that, or pinky promising it, but then he says that he won't, because no matter how many chicks that he sleeps with, he always thinks about Chanel and how much money her dad has. And like, I don't know, it's kind of sweet, but at the same time it's like he's really materialistic and kind of like a d-bag. But you know, like, oh, it's like one of those couples that like, ew, but they're kind of cute. I don't know, is it just me or not? Another thing that happened in the episode, Sam, aka Predatory Les, has a thing going on with Chanel number 3. And Chanel number 3 is the one who confided in Sam a few episodes ago, saying that Charles Manson being her father, and she didn't want anyone else to know, because Charles Manson being her father, people are going to automatically think that she's the killer, or she's the Red Devil. So she doesn't want Sam to tell no one about it, and so Sam says okay, she won't say anything until tonight. So well, first they played Spin the Bottle and Chanel number 3, and Sam kissed. But anyway, they're playing Truth or Dare, and it was Sam's turn, and it was what is Chanel number 3's deepest, darkest secret. And Chanel number 3 thinks, oh no, she's gonna say that that I'm in love with her. And so they blurted out at the same time. Sam saying that Charles Manson is her father, and Chanel number 3 says, so cat's out of the bag. Chad automatically thinks that she is the killer now. Then they send Sam down to the Kappa Cellar of Secrets where the bathtub is, and they tell her to take a nap in the bathtub. So she does it. She's like, okay, I'll do it. But while she's down there, she's like, oh, hello. She's kind of scared. You know, who wouldn't be? It's like a dark cellar, really eerie. She finds blood, like fresh blood in the bathtub. So whose blood was that? Was that the guy, the no arms blood that they just killed, or was it someone else's blood, or what was that? Well, the Red Devil bashes her head against the tub. She was like, before you kill me, can I know who you are at least? So they take off their mask, and they don't show it, obviously. She replies with, oh cool, I thought it was you, or it was something along those lines, like she suspected that person. She says, you don't have to do this, I can help you. So she obviously knows this person. Who the hell is this Red Devil? Or who are the Red Devils? Because I feel like there's more than one. They suffocate her with a bag, and it was just sad. Just sad. Then later in the episode, Hester finds Sam in the bathtub, and people think it's Hester is the Red Devil because it's kind of suspicious that she just randomly went up to check on her, and found her there. I don't know, Hester was really creepy in this episode. She has been dropping a little like creepy vibes, but I feel like that's what the writers are trying to make us think, like, oh, she's the creepy one, so she's probably the Red Devil. Like, I think it's just her personality. The writers just are probably making us think that she's up to something, but in reality she's not. But she's very creepy, and she says some really dark things. She's also in love with Chad, and she has like this competition thing going on with Chanel. It seems like she adores Chanel, but when Chanel's not around, she wants to beat Chanel, it seems like. Yeah, whoa. There's like this weird love triangle, I guess, going on. Chanel number 5 is 7 Minutes in Heaven in the Closet. Is with one of the Roger Dodger twins. I'm not sure which one was alive. Making out, and all of a sudden the guy starts talking about his brother, how he misses him, and how they had their own language. And it was kind of ruining the moment for Chanel number 5. And then all of a sudden Chanel number 5 sees the Red Devil in the back, and staple gun Roger, he dies. Red Devil runs out. It was weird to me that Red Devil did not... Sorry, my camera cut off because I had to change batteries. But like I was saying, I found it very, very weird that Red Devil did not even threaten Chanel number 5 or do anything to Chanel number 5. I mean, obviously he saw her there, and it was just very weird. So I don't know, Chanel number 5 has been on my radar for a while now, like for the past few episodes, so that's a little suspicious. That's a little strange. And then so everyone else runs into the closet, and they see the guy is like stapled to death. It was a trapdoor to an underground tunnel under Kappa House. It was kind of nice that they were kind of bonding, because we never really see Chanel bond with anyone. She's always really mean and bitter towards everyone. Just to see her talking like normal to Day was pretty nice for a change. Then Red Devil appears, and they have 2 axes in their hand, and they're dragging across the edges of the tunnel. And then so they run for their lives. Zayday trips, and this is the part that kind of shocked me, I'm not gonna lie. Chanel, she's obviously way ahead of Zayday, helps Zayday up, and they run, and they don't get killed. Oh my gosh, at this point I thought Zayday was gonna get killed. Like, she's one of my favorite characters, and I was like, no, she cannot die, she cannot. And she's too important, I feel like. There was a few close calls where the axe almost stabbed her, but everything's all good. And then they make it out safely outside where the trapdoor leads out. And then when all of this is done, everyone's in the Kappa house, and the dean is there. Grace's dad just randomly appears, which is very suspicious. Grace's dad is very weird. Like, he's crazy. like Grace's dad. He just randomly appears and wants to take Grace away because of all these people getting killed, and Grace tells him no, she can't because she has to stay with her sisters. Chanel then gets gifts for all of the pledges, and they're these pink nunchucks so they can defend themselves, and she says no one is gonna get killed anymore. We'll have to see about that. Esther says that no slumber party is complete without dance party, so she turns on her loud music and they just start dancing. You know, that's the end of the episode. And then we see Red Devil right outside their window looking in on them while partying. And that was the end. Also, I forgot to mention Chanel. There was a scene with Chanel number 3 and Chanel number 5 where they were talking together. They both lost someone that they love. There was a moment where Chanel number 3 says that when she kissed Sam, she thought she was a lesbian at first, but then she realized that she's in love with love. So when that scene happened, I got really happy because that is LGBT representation right there. And I don't really want to assume anything or offend anyone, but I feel like she's pansexual since she says she's in love with love and she's not really in love with a specific gender, you know what I mean? So I thought that was a really cool moment that they threw in there. Then Chanel number 3 and number 5 want to make a pact to overrun Chanel. Also, Pete was mentioned in this episode, but he was studying, is what Grace told everyone when they're like, where's Pete? Wasn't he supposed to be here? And he's like, oh, he told me he was studying. It's a little suspicious. He is a little crazy. I mean, we do know his backstory, how he got really obsessed with Chanel. So also made me think of how Chanel number 3 told Sam earlier on this episode that she wears earmuffs because the last guy she dated got so obsessed with her ears and wanted to chop them off, so she wears earmuffs. And so it made me think of what if Pete also dated Chanel number 3 and got obsessed with her ears. I don't know, is that weird? We know Gigi is the lady from Shady Lane who raised the baby, and then Boone is in on it, but I also think maybe Grace's dad could be in on it. Some people say Grace could be in on it because she's like the least, you know, one that people would think that she is, but I don't know. Maybe she's the baby because the baby is a girl. Maybe she's the baby but she doesn't know that she's the baby. I really don't know. And the dad is maybe getting revenge, like, since Gigi is on it. I'm just making myself confused. It's like almost 12 a.m. Jennifer, the candle vlogger, is a little creepy. I mean, she has that whole ant colony thing, and some of the stuff that she was saying was a little out there. No one would expect her either, if the dean is in on it or not, but she's definitely hiding something. But yeah, what are your guys' theories and thoughts? Next week looks really great. Ariana Grande is back, so I'm not sure if those are flashbacks or is she actually alive or what. It's getting good. This series is getting good. It's taking over my life, but that's okay. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, peace out. LGBT represents. That is LGBT representation. Why am I getting hard time saying that? That is LGBT representation right there. Representation.